Hi everyone, it's Angie B. Today what I want to show you is how to renew a beeswax food wrap that has lost its stickiness. You're going to need a few things. 1, an ironing board. 2, an old towel to protect your ironing board from the wax mixture. Some culinary parchment paper that won't allow any leaching, but through the paper. A sharp knife. Our beeswax renewal bar, and an iron that is set to a cotton setting. So there are a variety of methods to do this. For a home setting, I think this is the easiest to do and requires the least amount of equipment, because whatever equipment that you use then needs to be used just for this, because you're going to get sticky all over it. Another thing you may want is a set of gloves, like nitrile gloves, because this is sticky and it is more sanitary. So how you begin is you take your wrap and you place it between the 2 pieces of parchment paper, making sure it covers it completely, because you don't want the mixture oozing out. You're going to take your knife and your renewal bar, which uses the same exact ingredients that we use on our original wraps. When we make our wraps, we use all food grade equipment. So you're going to cut just little bitty pieces. I did some ahead so we wouldn't have to sit here on the video and cut all of this, but I did want to just demonstrate how I do it. Always be cautious. If your knife's really sharp, you can cut your hand. After you've cut all that you need, you're gonna spread out little pieces all over the wrap. And it doesn't take a lot, because there is still some of the wax mixture on the wrap, even though it's old. You don't want to get it too close to the edge, because like I said, it will ooze when you start to warm it. If it's too big, just break it in half. And you don't want to be excessive with this. It's always better to have less the first time, and if it's not sticky enough, go back and add more. Because if you add too much, it can have the opposite effect of what you're trying to accomplish. So you cover it with your parchment, and you take your iron, and you just set it down, pick it up, and try to melt these chunks. You're just initially getting them a little warm, so they don't move when you start to slide. Okay, and as you get to the point where you can slide it, have patience and just slowly glide across. And you can see the wax mixture moving. And you want to make sure you get all corners of your wrap. And you don't have to use an ironing board, just use something that's firm and large enough for your wrap and, flame resistant. You don't want to put it on anything flammable. Like I said, this takes some patience, because you want to make sure everything is even and spread out. In this case, my ironing board's a little short for me, so I'm going to have to shift it up. And even though I told you to make sure it was covered, I obviously didn't. So I got to get this edge. And this can get really hot, so be careful, don't burn your fingers. Okay, once you think you've covered it all, you're going to not want it to cool too long because it'll become very difficult to remove as the wax mixture adheres. So you're going to want to take an edge and slowly start to peel it off. And then what you're going to do is take the corner edges and peel it up. It does get a little sticky here. And you're going to fan it to dry. It doesn't take long at all. A few fans, and then your wrap should be good for the next adventure. You can find our Renewal Bars and our wraps at www.belightluminaries.com. Have a great day.